So at least if it was limited, well, you'd only have one left, wouldn't it? One taken off, rather. It was 3 or 4 a match or whatever, but you know what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I think it's a rule that we've talked about, you and I, for 2-3 years now, and a rule I've talked about for many years before that, that it just brings so much more to the game, I think. Up a little bit as he delivers, a little bit like maybe Gomez or a few others. Seeing a lot of missed balls out there, though. Gonzalez just missed really a hanger in the side. Big shot here coming back. Got to dodge that side pocket. Oh, that one got down somehow. Some groans from the crowd. I wonder if they know he's Filipino as well.
In just 3 steps, you are able to create similar AI dancing animal videos with Edimaker.
I checked that a bit too much. Now it's going to end up super thin here on the 7, and I'm not sure he can really even play it. Playing the safety, this is where he's got to be a little aware of the jump cue. Putting the 7 maybe on the back cushion. No, I like it. Keep it simple again. Maybe there's a gap, but I doubt it. And I guess, you know, you label, maybe they label the superstar status because of the social media. I don't know. But the guy that he's playing has won a big tournament, where I don't know if AJ has ever won anything of any size.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's 18 years old. Obviously took down one of the junior events, didn't he, that we have at a lot of our open events.
I didn't mind the bank. Didn't think he was going to really open up the cue ball as much. I thought he would stay underneath a little bit.
Well, I'm just looking at table 2 then, Jeremy. Obviously we've got a screen with all the tables and shots.
Cảm giác là Manas chưa thật sự vào tay lắm.
Jeremy, obviously we've got a screen with all the tables and Shaw's just missed another 8 ball. Just unbelievable.
He's got a dig here early in the match, a little missable. Nice delivery, which is a very common theme with AJ. Very pure stroke.
Yeah, with a little bit of help, AJ gets his first rack on the board. Yeah, this was this jump shot where you feel like maybe kicking off the top rail would have offered a little bit more. 8 apiece here between Capito and Gang Flow. Gang Flow's going about his business quite quietly.
Yeah, he's been here. He was in town during the Reyes Cup. Getting in a little practice and maybe a little rest after a long couple weeks in Vietnam. I know I haven't played, I haven't hit a ball. I haven't had to compete, and I've gotten, rest has been the theme for me.
Yeah, hardly seen you, Jeremy. 3 weeks we've been here. You look a little fresher today, though.
Yeah? You're all right.
Well, that's handy. Gangflow gets to the hill first. It's always a nice feeling. He knows he needs just one out of the next 2 racks now. Back over to the main table. AJ's break. Jeremy, this has massively improved since the Reyes Cup.
Yeah, especially, I mean, I think with the stroke he has and that delivery, I think really cheating himself by breaking on the lighter side, and that warning that they got, which I think should have come a little earlier in that Reyes Cup, but of course I'm a little partial there being on the other side, but I think that, like it always does for a lot of players, it really helps them. All right, got to make a decision from distance here. Going to go into the pink. He's going to kill it with outside, inside. Could maybe get into the 9 to hold the cue ball. Really good stuff.
You know, obviously we watch so much pool. I know you still play a little bit from time to time, Jeremy, and whatnot, but I'm still amazed that a lot of these top ranked players who can break firmer don't prefer to do it that way anyway.
I don't know. I think it's sometimes it's almost like it's got to be mental, like a worry of some sort of something bad happening if you do break them a little harder, but it's like a security blanket, the light break.
Well, it's like, obviously we don't see Buster breaking the balls this way, but he broke beautifully yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? It's been a long week yesterday. Crunching the cup break.
Dang. I personally like not throwing this ball in as much, maybe even hair of inside coming up and down. All preference when you're close though. Yeah. That's the way I like to hit the ball in that position. Emil did get out, so he's up 9-8. This will be his last break. With Capito only trailing by 1 game. Oh.
They're going to start to get to you. Maybe not get to Manas as much as some of the other players just because he's so young, but you could see the delivery wasn't great. The world number 1 yesterday on this very table missed a lot of balls, and even at the very end when it looked like he was going to nick the match against Boosty, he missed the final 9, and it can start to build up as Gallito knocks the last 2 balls in to take a lead.
Yeah, and I wonder about that table in particular because there's a big bay kind of door open that is feeding in a little bit of heat along with a ton of humidity and all those people. I feel like possibly this table plays tougher than any other. Jason Shaw did get on the board. Not sure what Gonzalez did there. He was at the table and shooting, but now 3-1 to Gonzalez. 9-8 is that score again with Emil and Robbie Capito. 9-6 for Garcia over Neverete. And 2-1 here.
Eric tóc dài đang đứng trước nguy cơ phải chia tay giải đấu ở vòng 16 rồi. Roland Garcia đã có điểm hưu rồi.
So Roland has a bank here to get started. He feel like he'll attack, and the 3's over the pocket. We'll keep you informed. It's going to be Gallito to break here in rack number 4.
Con này cái tỷ lệ cân khá là cao này. PAOLO Gallito cũng vừa có một cú phá rất hay, nhưng mà tạm thời là bi số 2. Cảm giác là không
again,
còn
I
riêng lỗ nào
hate to
cả.
beat a dead horse, right? But that break looks easy to me.
Yeah, didn't really get a good split, did he? Nothing's flying up the table, but I'm with you. Just looks to be on repeat.
You know, sometimes shots just line up.
Một băng ra sau bi số 9.
Don't know if it's there or not. Maybe a little crazy, but looks like he could roll the 2 in off the 8 and go forward. 2 in off the 8 and go forward here. Safety. Why wouldn't you?
Đuôi dúi dụi rồi.
Pretty nice, wasn't it?
He's got to swerve into this. That means not as much speed probably as he would like. That solid hit's going to help. Leave a little distance anyways.
Anh Hoàng mình loại từ vòng nào vậy Bảo ơi? Anh Hoàng loại ngay vòng đầu tiên bạn ạ. Ngay vòng đầu tiên luôn. Cú đẩy hai băng rất hay của PAOLO Gallito.
We knew before this event started, Jeremy, that we would discover players that we may have not seen before, and Gallito is obviously one of them. So I'm sure he's well known to the Filipino pool community, but we're just talking WNT.
Yeah, got a real baby face. You say he's 25 years old, is that what you said? Yeah. And the setup, the way the setup is, probably started at a pretty young age.
Đây mới chỉ là thời điểm đầu trận đấu mà. Ấy giây mà nó bay phát thì lại đi chấm sòn sòn ngay.
Looks like he holds the cue really light at the back, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's pretty common for the Filipinos. Surprising easy mistake on the position here. Not sure why he tried to get close to it, really. I thought he'd just play above and zigzag the cue ball back and forth. Pocketing the ball, moving the cue ball doesn't seem like much of a problem. Now he's got to play a tricky one. No matter the decision, really. Easy to give up a gap here.
Nguyên đường chạm 6 dành cho ajmanas. Hôm nay thì lại thủ.
Yeah, last couple of days we have seen a lot of run-outs where you feel like they're going to clear the table and they break down a lot. I stood up on the second balcony for about half an hour. Quite warm today in here. I know we're just sat here again, Jeremy, but you know, maybe we're not giving it enough credit. You know, the players maybe it's a little uncomfortable out there.
Yeah, well, I think pool's unique in a lot of ways, but one of the ways I felt like it's very unique is how strong and how mentally strong these players have to be. I mean, you're going on 3-4 weeks straight. You know, pool's unique in where no other sport would you play early and then come back and play late on the same day. That's never really the case anywhere else. And I think there's a lot of factors that make you have to really concentrate on maintaining. Should attack here, I would think.
Well, how about playing matches for free? You've got to be mentally strong to do that. Go out there with your cue and your shirt on and your trousers, and knowing that if you win, you're just through to the next round. You're not even cashed yet.
Yeah. What we say back home, it's easy to get to where you're just kind of spinning your wheels, right? And really no progress moving forward. So, and again, we've always talked about pool. These players, a lot of them are here initially because they just love to play. I mean, they want to compete. He's drawn back for the side here.
Yeah, and also, Jeremy, you know, we're involved in the sport. All the pool players and the people that work in pool, that have been in and around pool a long time, we want it to grow, don't we? We want to see where it can go.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these players deserve it. I mean, players years ago, I thought, you know, as a whole worked hard, but I mean, these guys today, it's even double or triple fold what they do.
Garcia, a player who always seems to play a part in any tournament that he's in.
Now on Emil Gangflow, just missed the 3-ball to what looks like probably closed the door on Robbie Capito.
Eric Navarrete at the table. When he beat Juan So 10-9. It was on this very table, and I read an article this morning. It was one of the Filipino news outlets, social media pages on Facebook, and the Vietnamese fans were nicknaming Navarrete the taxi driver, the taxi man, because of his so kind of laid-back approach. And then on the same table, he beat De Luna 10 racks to 9. De Luna missed the 8 ball. Of course, Wan So missed the 9, so let's not count Eric out yet, because this table seems to like him.
Trình độ của AJ giờ mình thấy vô địch cái giải Philippines Open này là quá bình thường luôn. Thoải mái luôn.
Don't need to go crazy here with the cue boards. Make sure you knock the 6 in. Just come over off this right hand side long rail. Leave a bit of distance on the 7. Oh wow. A lot of body movement there, JJ.
Yeah. We'll keep you informed there, but I need a little help to get back in that match.
Jason Short has just broke off, so I think that might be 3-2 now. 3-2 down for sure.
Looks to be banking the one away and sliding the cue ball over. And he's tucked it nicely. Wow. Put some heat on AJ on some of these safeties, I tell you. Like the light kick here, Carl. So many balls in play and keep the accuracy.
Yeah, plus he's got to bend it a little bit by the looks of it. He's found the gap. Wow.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a body blow to AJ. It's such a nice kick shot. All about this first opener. It's going to be touchy. You can get position, though. Should clear. Come maybe to play the 2 in the right middle. Is that what I'm seeing? Maybe, I don't know. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Gotta be odd though. Right? I mean, not saying you're going to get into that mentally. You may have fluked this. But mentally, to be a Filipino player, making a nice little run in this tournament and just have everybody in the building pulling against you pretty much since you're playing AJ.
Yeah, gang flows at the table, 9-8 up, so we're just bringing you this live action from table 3.
Well, some kind of shot he's got to come with here.
He played a really good shot before. He played a jump bank. The cue ball was behind the brown 7, and the pink was where the cue ball is.
And he's just got to roll that in and take his medicine on the 6. Well, he played the cross corner, caught the double kiss.
Seems the pockets are worrying the pool players. AJ's got a thin one. Oh, he's overdone it by quite some margin.
Yeah, first time I really seen him get quick with the backswing. That's why I thought Bernie, the way he finished, which I think his strength is knocking in the ball anyways, Bernie. I think the way he finished could go a long ways moving forward. And he's into that final 8. Get a little relief winning the first match. Picking up a few extra dollars guaranteed. Cue ball's been a little loose here. Really loose. How do you get snookered from this position? Wow. That's just losing focus. You missed that mark by some 3 or 4 feet.
Capito needs to knock this 5 ball in. Well done. Obviously he won the UK Open, didn't he? On a really snug pocket that week there in Telford. So it looks like Capito's going to knock them in, get back to the main table, and we'll take you back over there for the final rack.
Ôi rồi ôi, lại bố sút tay ăn rùa. Quá rùa đến từ PAOLO Gallito.
Well, they each have a fluke and similar style to the same pocket with the jump cue. But again, I mean, what's it feel like, Carl, to be your own home country, making a nice run, and now like I said, everyone in the building is pulling dead against you. Kind of cold, really.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, really.
Vẫn là người vượt lên dẫn trước với tỷ số 3-2.
It's just that new age, isn't it? It's just that social media world that seems to be about now.
Yeah, they get, I think, in a trance behind it, to be honest.
Yeah, we're old, Jeremy. That's the problem.
Yeah, nice cut there on the floor after the miss from ajmanas.
Garcia still on 9-9-6. This rack's been going some while, but looks like it's going to be over. Roland Garcia with a glorious chance now. If Garcia knocks these balls in, he will be playing Sebastianov.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if Sebastianov wins the tournament, really. I mean, he knocks the ball in nice and just kind of gets on with it, doesn't get shook up.
Yeah, I agree, and he's not scared of beating the names on the main table.
Rồi, chia tay Eric tóc dài, Roland Garcia có mặt ở tứ kết. Tỷ số là 16.
Roland Garcia, he's through. The taxi driver. Well, back to the day job.
Yeah, back to work. We missed the break off, but wanted to show you that final one.
Vâng, tỷ số 2 không thành công. PAOLO Gallito cơ hội để cho AJ lại tiếp tục cân bằng tỷ số 3 đều.
Yeah, a little twist of the wrist. I was watching the back arm on a shot like that. A little bit of a chicken wing.
AJ thì phong cách vẫn vậy thôi. Rất nhanh và rất gọn, không cần phải suy nghĩ quá nhiều. Chô phải nói là cực kỳ mát máy. Chiều đánh tứ kết luôn anh em ạ. Lượt trận tứ kết đầu tiên sẽ bắt đầu vào lúc 14:30. 2:30 đánh tứ kết.
I think the other thing, we're talking about like the likes of AJ and JB. They play the game to somebody who might not be familiar with a load of pool players or even, professional pool. They just play it the right way, don't they? They're not really thinking about it. They just get down, shoot the ball in the hole. Always seems to be a more fan favourite style of playing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, easy on the eyes, and I think without knowing the game of pool, you can kind of see the talent as well with those guys. So now knotted at 3 apiece. Sorry, Carl.
Table number 3 is a little bit further on. The main table is tied at 3 apiece. Let's get over there. 9-9. One rack decides it.
Yeah, and good luck hitting this one. I mean, this is going to be super difficult. I noticed the shot prior. Robbie got pretty fortunate on a kick shot, just barely edged the 2, just rocked it over really. Cue ball ended up table, and how do you get at this one, Carl?
You could roll the 5 down towards the 6, but is that 4-9 combo scaring him a little bit or not?
That wouldn't scare me as much. I don't think. I think I like your shot, really, to be honest with you. This too. You have to elevate, swerve into the angle, I think. And I don't know.
Yeah, you can do deliberate fouls in 9-ball. It just means your opponent can pick the cue ball up and put it where he wants. So often it's like a bit of a clever way of trying to dig yourself out of a hole. As JJ said, hitting this blue 2, it's not easy. The brown 7's cutting the path off, it would seem.
Yeah, if I was going to kick, I'd probably kick to the top rail, side rail, come 2 rails at it. Oh, beauty. Beauty, sir.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 for that. You could see how close he had to get to the brown 7.
Cờ đỏ là cờ Hồng Kông bạn ơi.
I don't know what he's earned in return, but it's one heck of a shot.
Gốc Philippines. AJ đang đi đái hay sao ấy? Tỷ số trận AJ đang 3-0 anh em nhé.
Yeah, Gangflow just bought himself another shot. We'll stay with the Gangflow Capito rack, of course. We know you want to see it. Talking of tough kicks, Gallito's got his own tricky one.
Yeah, he should tie the 7-6 up.
Chỗ bao cơ của PAOLO Gallito đúng không? Ôi yêu Việt Nam kìa. Chắc là
Yeah, good shot there from Robbie. Very committed stroke. Made it look easy.
hoặc là mua từ cái đợt đánh giải ở Việt Nam.
And now another one that you may consider tying a ball up. I don't know if he can get it to 3 really to roll it on the backside of the green 6.
Ôi trời ơi, điều còn đi hay thế nhờ. Điều vì thực sự là chi tiết của AJ Manas.
I don't like. He's looking at that now, and see, AJ made a really nice shot there on the 2, even with ball in hand, to get that tight position. Now, did he get enough here? And he hasn't. So, from one nice shot to maybe not so good.
Ở cái bao cơ của PAOLO ấy Khuê. Bây giờ sẽ phải sút tê với bi số 4. Vâng, sút tê thành công rồi. Chàng pháo tay dành cho
Ignacio and Vergara enter that arena. That could be a real good match over there between the two Filipinos. Yeah, Gangflow, no option, tying a ball up. We expect him to be in another tough hook here. So we'll see what Capito puts him in, but it could well be coming up to 2 fouls. 3 consecutive fouls in 9-ball is loss of rep. Seen 2 here this week. Not seen 1 at Hill Hill.
No, and you wonder why he put the 3 on the top side of the 6. That's all he could get to on the 3. He couldn't get to the right side. He would have played it underneath the green. Now, when you playing this, unless you can really bury the cue ball, like you want the object ball to have other object balls around it, not only to make the first kick shot tough, but also to make that third foul very easy and doable. Well, he's giving him a 1-railer across, somewhat anyway.
I don't know if he was trying a half set a 2-9 up as well in the back of his mind. Obviously, cue ball was key. Oh yeah, this is... See where he's put his hand on the table. Capito missed the trick if he's left that rail.
Yeah, and AJ, he jumped that 4-ball in after being snookered, so he's gonna stay at the breaking end with a 4-3 lead.
Yeah, whenever you're playing snookers, if you can get the cue ball touching the object ball, you cut out escapes. So if the cue ball is touching on a bit more to the left, you may not be able to get to this right hand side rail. You could probably go off the top rail, but it's not even looked at that.
Yeah, 2 cushions maybe. I think here's okay though. Should be a rolling kind of ball, not super light, but somewhat light.
Quay qua bàn bên kia đi, cái này lâu quá.
2 cushions maybe.
Hôm qua có tình huống so tranh cãi mà không có báo giải vây à? Cái tình huống đấy ván đuôi thì là
Great hit there.
Này anh em ạ.
Had to have
Đuôi
it.
thứ 3 là phải báo cho đối phương. Nếu mà không báo thì không được tính nhá. Không báo thì cho dù các bạn bắt đuôi thứ 10, thứ 100 hay là thứ 1000 đi chăng nữa thì chả ai tính cho bạn cả. Thế nên tình huống đấy là trọng tài xử lý chính xác ấy.
That was delicate from Robbie. It's gone wrong.
Yeah, AJ on the left for a break and run to extend that lead. I tell you though, you got to hand it to Emil. Really, 2 incredible kick shots. These cues could easily have been packed up by now, and Robbie moving on, and maybe an unfortunate loss for Emil with a big lead to start. So never giving up.
Yeah, it's understandable why you see this final rack. Players take a bit more time. Been battling for best part of 2 hours, if not a little longer. You go through so many emotions during the match. Last thing you want to do is make a silly error at the very end.
So đang bắn rồi Bách ơi. So đang bắn nha.
Yeah, he's giving up the jump here, I believe. If not somewhat of a direct look, it's hard to tell, but wanted to creep behind that 7, maybe get the 2 a little more past the side. AJ getting on with it.
Vậy là MANAS vừa có điểm thứ 5 rồi. 5-3. Tài năng trẻ sinh năm
I'll tell you, just from the crowds and the response, kind of feel like JB's a bigger star here than any of them.
Oh, without a doubt, yeah. I think that's kind of well documented as well. Scott was telling me yesterday, because I said, oh, you don't know the story behind JB, do you? You know, why is this the case? He said he heard he grew up on the streets. He's a street kid. So I think that's why he's become very popular.
Watch out for the upper right corner with the cue ball.
I know you do a lot of coaching, Jeremy, and obviously in America you've got a table where you live, you go into the pool halls and things, but that is the beauty of being over here, isn't it? It's like a story like JB. Just the way he cues, it's going to be a bit raw and a bit quirky, isn't it? He's probably learned on a table in the street somewhere.
Yeah, well, I mean, the time I saw him online, the places that they were at, I couldn't believe you could get a signal, to be honest with you, to be able to put anything online. The felt, I swear, looked 10 years old maybe, pool balls from another planet.
And also, obviously, AJ, he's just going about his business on the table, isn't he? That JB was like dancing around, laughing, he was fist pumping the people at the side, so people feel like they can get a bit more involved.
Yeah, he's got a very timeless smile as well. It's something that's easily you connect with. This has got to go a little light there from AJ.
Well, that's an understatement. Why not go all the way up?
Yeah, looked like the 4 was always going to hold the 2.
Jason Short has just made a golden break, and I think he's took the lead.
Phan Thiên Lôi căng thế nhở?
Wow, a lot going on with that shot that Robbie took on. I don't think he was playing the combination to make it, but
Thiên Lôi căng vai trường.
I think still a lot of pool there left.
Còn
Yeah, bringing in the split screen,
trên
thinking
bàn
that
thì quyết
the
định
rack
cuối cùng vẫn là của trọng tài thôi.
would maybe have been over, but
Trong lúc
it's
mà
a
chúng
real
ta
long
đang
rack,
bàn
and
đến
it's
tình
good to see
huống
when
ba
it's the
đuôi
final
của
one.
Jason Son.
Oh, AJ with a beautiful jump shot.
Vừa có một tình huống super rất hay cho con đi số 2.
Yeah, but there goes that jump rule we were talking about. Really not the best safety from AJ. Didn't leave a lot of options. Or Gallito did get the snooker he wanted, but fairly useless in the end result of things.
Khá là lâu từ nãy đến giờ.
Gang float with a real good pot, but the cue ball has found the back rail. That means the hook is going to be a bit more difficult. If it was just off the rail, it could softly stun in behind the 9.
Có cho mình một highlight nhưng đen quá.
Well, the main table is all about the short cue at the minute.
Thế mà đen kìa anh em kìa.
Couple of jump shots
Mà
from both
là
players.
trên bàn còn tình huống với cúp 6-7. Quyết định là A Băng thủ. Tình huống A Băng rất hay.
Gallito kicking for some distance here.
Đúng là nói về A Băng thì các tay cơ Philippines vẫn là thợ anh ạ. Ố, hay quá AJ.
AJ's trying to go past the purple rail first and pop this ball. Oh, wonderful. The rail first kick, pop. Got an angle here. If the green 6 doesn't go in the same pocket as the purple, which it doesn't because he's looking at the breakout, so at least he's got the angle. Gang float, he's taking forever on this shot.
Đúng là gãi vào đầu CV số 7 nhưng vẫn không ra hình. Thôi lại thủ thôi. Cái đi 3 băng và
That's unlucky for the young man.
mình nghĩ là như vậy. Đúng chính xác là như vậy. Cực kỳ đơn giản hiệu quả của AJ Manas. Hai bố kia thì vẫn đang ngâm tôm. Tắt cái bàn hay bên kia hộ tôi cái. Ngâm lâu vãi trường.
I mean, I understand it's the final rack, but I think this is borderline ridiculous from Gang float.
Bấm cái giấu sau bi số 7 thôi.
He's took 3 or 4 minutes.
Cân bi số 6 lên. Lại thêm một tình huống bắt đuôi chí mạng nữa của AJ Manas. Ui rồi ôi, bắt cái đuôi kìa. A4 băng. Móc con bi 6 lên. Và lần này thì đã không có một tình huống A băng hợp lệ đến từ PAOLO Gallito, quyền đặt bi dành cho AJ Manas.
Some decent safeties from AJ in this rack, and last it's paid off. Gonna get ball in hand now. I'll tell you what, I'd be livid if I were Capito. I'd have probably said something by now as well.
Thầy Long thầy vào thầy bắt đấy.
It's the type of player I was, Jeremy.
Yeah, well, Capito used to have a little of that problem also on the outer tables, and where there is no shot clock in play. Now that's changed in the last year, I think, for him. But you know, it's a sticky situation, but not sure what he's got in mind now. Looks like a pretty easy safety behind the 5 and the 8. Not easy, but very playable anyways.
Okay, the fans have woke up a little bit now. AJ 6-3.
And here we are.
Yeah, unfortunately, we might be about to see Capito spend 2 minutes looking at the shot as well.
Yeah, he doesn't have a ton of options if he's attached to the 8 like I think he is. I'll tell you, I want to get some speed on this, so I may bend it one rail between the 7-9. With a little right spin. That way I can cue the ball with more speed.
Glancing at the screen again, Shaw misses a 9 ball on the spot. Cue balls on the rail, one of them where it's fairly straight. He's got away with it. He's not left Gonzalez a pot, but that was the oohs and the ahs.
I'll tell you, I mean, you know, you want to schedule things to where it makes sense travel-wise. What a shot there from Gonzalez on the 9, but still don't know if the trick is right or not. I mean, these guys, when I see Shaw, I think it's just got to be a little bit of a long trip, missing some of these balls, losing focus and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just don't know. Obviously I've grown up with Jason. His biggest strength is just potting balls. I just don't know if it's that kind of age, sort of. You know, a few misses do creep in as you get a bit older.
Yeah, but the type of balls he's missed is what I'm looking at more of.
The problem is, how do you know, what do you suggest where he's got Hanoi, Reyes and this? What's he supposed to do?
No, I think not necessarily what he's supposed to do. It's more or less what the other side of things are supposed to do. Maybe figure out a little more gap for that rest between, or I don't know. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just like I can see players being a little spent, is my point.
Yeah, maybe like a couple of events rather than 3.
Yeah. Maybe with the ample time off between 3 days maybe or so. And all right, Emil's now gotten himself in position to finish and move on.
Yeah, it's been a crazy final wrap. Balls did come out a little sticky, but obviously players just undecided on their shot selection, so it took an age to finish the wrap. But Emil does have the chance now.
Yeah, and I know he did take a lot of time, but really hats off to the 2 kick shots he made to really survive this case game.
Yeah, and when he took ages, he did come with a really good safety, and it was the safety that's probably going to end up helping him win the match. So can't fault the shot he played. Again, they've been playing over 2 hours. I do get it. It's just from a selfish sort of viewing point of view.
Yeah, one last little draw stroke here on the 8. Doesn't need a ton.
Yeah, and it's funny, Jeremy, isn't it? Because you're looking at this 8 ball now, and back in the day, you'd have half unscrewed your cue and took your glove off. Now, you're still watching this 8 if it's going to go in or not.
Yeah, just the pockets, right? And he's overscrewed this a bit.
Overscrewed it. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. He's gotten pretty thin here. Don't think there's really any scratch if he hits it well.
Yeah, this is very thin. You can see the cue ball's a little bit lower than the 9.
Chém mỏng con này á.
Boy, did he get into the 8 ball? I never thought for 1 minute he'd land here with the cue ball.
Yeah, I thought it might be on the lighter side of things, not the heavy.
Is he playing? Oh, no, he's going for it. Oh, we have seen some drama here at the gate. Way more.
Man, it looked like he added left spin instead of just a straight high ball.
It's just the setting, Jeremy. It's the fact that we're in a mall. It's the fact that there's not loads of pool tables being played on. Everybody's on top of you. This is why we're seeing mistakes. This has got Fedor Ghost 9 ball written all over it.
Và không có sai lầm nào đến từ Robbie Capito. Tay cơ người Hồng Kông trở về.
Capito at the very depth at 9 apiece on the very last ball. He's through to the quarters. Wow.
And you can see Emil setting it back up, and the type of guy he is, he wants to shoot it again and wonder where the mistake was, but he gives a little fist pump after making it the second time. That'll get a little smiles.
Yeah, the last thing I'd have been doing is setting that back up.
Yeah, I can figure what you would have been doing.
Yeah, I have 6 bottles of Corona already.
Yeah. Can I get a bucket, please? All right. After that 9-ball miss from Jason Shaw, incredible bank from Gonzalez, and now maybe a little punishment with it. Looking to tie the match at 6 apiece. AJ with 6-4 lead. That's our main 1-1 and an early one with Ignacio and Harry Vergara. There's that break again. That just seems pretty simple to get the 1 down.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Gonna play the push out here. Try and tie the 3 up a little bit. Actually, open it up pretty decent. Tell you, if he didn't like it from here, what are you gonna like from the push out? Really, the line's pretty similar. This is really tough. He's not taking much time. Is he bringing the 2 down below all these balls? Maybe. Is that just a hit and a hope? Somewhat. Didn't understand that. That was almost like a sign of frustration, really, but I don't see that with Gallito. Doesn't need much. Can play off the 4 to the 5 from above. Doesn't have to drop down below the 9 if he doesn't want to. Probably will, but playing with a different cue than he played with at the Reyes.
Maybe he's been snapped up in between.
I'm not sure, but always seen that with Filipino players, except for Efren, really. He changed later on, but he didn't want to change cues, and saw a lot of Filipino players be able to change easily. Dennis Oculo, probably the most I've seen.
Yeah, very likable kid, AJ Manas. This is Harry Vergara, another one of these Filipino pool players that have started to travel to the World 9-Ball Tour events around the world. On a piece with Ignacio. Vergara was the player who knocked out Boosty yesterday. Fairy tale run for Boosty.
Yeah, Vergara played really as poorly, and when I say way the worst match I've seen him ever play at the beginning of that match, about halfway through. Took a timeout, maybe had a little talking to with himself, and played beautifully to end that match. Ajmanas now. He'll like that. The two's going to dress up. I want easily down. Yeah, 3-game lead that really kind of one shot. Well, he's got a 4-6 combo. He's got some work there, but doesn't need much to extend to 4 games at an 8-4 lead. It's a little thin. Just going to ease it here, Carl?
Yeah, I think he will. Wants this to slow down a bit.
It looked like he put a hair of inside on that ball, but maybe trying to avoid the purple. Wasn't hit exactly right. We'll see how these end up. Ooh, I think he's okay. I think he'd end up fairly straight to the corner. Gonna have to cue away just a little bit.
MANAS đã trượt bi số 4 rồi, cơ hội được trao lại cho PAOLO Gallito. Hết mà ăn luôn.
Yeah.
Chút may mắn cho AJ.
Okay.
Feel like he can get through with this? No, he can't. And did pretty well there.
Anh em có cái link quả 3 lỗi của Jaden So không anh em nhỉ? Cho mình xem lại cái nhỉ?
Pretty crafty shot there though overall. He's gonna keep Gallito probably on the safe side of things. No, he's shooting. Not worried about the cue ball too much. He's gonna have some distance here on the purple 5. I'll tell you what, you can just ignore how tough shots are. It's amazing how much easier they go in, and that's the feeling I get from this young man.
Had a little bit of help from his opponent, but he's played pretty well to get to this stage. At the start of the match, I thought it might be Gallito who would be in front, kind of like what I saw early on. The table where Capito nicked the match at the very end, the next 2 players are out there warming up. It's Spain's David Alcade and Filipino Michael Bonanen. Alcade has a knack at the end of the season to start throwing his name out and about, doesn't he, when it gets near that Mosconi Cup.
Yeah, it's, you know, Jason seems to be a given in that regard. And of course, as a captain and playing captain this year, he'll be on that team. But him and David both seem to do real well in the fall part of the year. Yeah, pretty good at that time of the year as well. Won the international 2 years in a row. Probably go over to pick up that money again here this year. Jason has gotten really awkward on a 9-ball here. Kind of from nowhere, a great bank from AJ.
Yeah, Shaw did knock the 9 in. Went off the jaw, he had a little bit of fun with the crowd. That was a nice strike.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, he's going to fall near the rail here kind of from nowhere, so he's got to pay attention. But that stroke he has and he possesses, I think, is going to be his biggest asset in his pool career. Rely on that and understand how good and pure it is.
Xong trận này thì là vòng tứ kết anh em ạ. Vòng tứ kết sẽ diễn ra từ lúc 14:30, 2:30.
He's played a couple of banks in this set as AJ. A couple of key banks as well. They love that, don't they, Jeremy? Striking down off the rail and just slamming it in. Sure to break. This has been played at a wonderful pace, by the way. 13 racks in no time.
And he gets a lot of movement on the balls, I'll tell you. Looked like the one hit a hair high, but the short right-hander is going to have a hard stretch. That's why you see him shaking the head. It's just all about the cueing, really. Not sure what he's looking at now as far as the cue ball path. Eight fours our score. Going to 10. That'll change tomorrow. The semis will be a race to 11 and 13 in the final.
Anh em ai có cái link quả ba đuôi của So không nhỉ anh em nhỉ? Cho mình xem lại cái.
Give up a little piece of it.
Có mà. Đây cũng là trung tâm thương mại. Gateway Mall là một trong những hệ thống trung tâm thương mại lớn nhất của Philippines. Wow, thủ công đi hay thế.
Watch outside pocket. Done well here. Surely he's not found the gap himself. He has as well. Wow. It's incredible, isn't it? How you always find that little window.
Quá tốt của AJ. Tuyệt vời.
That was nice, wasn't it, JJ? He knew he was going to go close to the bank.
Yeah, and I think that's just where that stroke really helps him, being able to keep the spin on the ball at a light speed. Just little benefits here and there for such good fundamentals.
There's that really long bridge from his hand to the cue ball that AJ does. Aims right on the bed of the table with the cue, doesn't he? Like rubs it along the slate.
Yeah, he carries that long bridge a little more, but he'll change it on certain shots, right? But just gets through the ball so good. What people don't realize, when you get through the ball, everything maintains. The cue stick stays on line. When you start quitting at the ball, that's when you start to miss-hit it. And he's kind of long anyways, even though I wouldn't say he's, 6'5" or anything. He's not even 6 foot, just kind of a long kid, even at his stature.
Yeah. Look at that. Beautiful safety, wasn't it? When he banked that 2-ball up and down.
Yeah, the safety was as good as any shot in the rack. A lot of control, a lot of confidence doing so.
Talking of speed, this one, they have not hung about at all. Both players getting on with it. Gonzalez has got 4 balls left to tie this one up. Looks pretty straight, so he can just draw back. Of course, does not want to be straight on the brown 7, so he needs an angle. Oh wow, miscue. Fortunate in the end.
Yeah, now what? Queuing over the 9 a little bit.
Well, Marcel's coming in. He's having a look here. I think he wants a replay. What's your view on this, Jeremy?
I'm not sure what the replay would be about, really.
Well, I think a lot of referees think if you miscue and the cue ball jumps up, they feel like it's hit the cue ball twice, I presume.
Wow.
Well, Marcel, got to be a bit careful here.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think so. I mean, opening up a can of worms, I think, right? I mean, you better pay attention to every miscue in the building is all I could tell you. And I do understand that. I've heard this argument before, but what he's saying is maybe because the cue stick went upward.
Yeah, I think he just, I don't know if Jason's flagged it, I don't know if Marcel was stood there watching, but that is basically what is happening. The referee just wants to see if it was a foul upon the miscue. So we'll take you back to the ajmanas match. This is for the match, it's for the set, it's to get through to the quarters, and as we know, it would be a popular winner, Jeremy, if he gets these in. It's all about this shot.
A little heavy. Does have the lower right though, so he'll take it. I'm not sure how many camera angles they really have to look at there. I mean, and I kind of feel like it was Jason that maybe got Marcel involved.
Yeah, I think Marcel's obviously, he's going from table to table, make sure everything's running okay and checking on the referees and things. I think Jay might have had a little look and he's got involved, but
thêm một con bi số 6 khó cho ajmanas.
that's a shot.
Another jump shot there. And I tell you, if they do call a foul, if I'm Gonzalez, I probably want to see it myself. All right, show me though. That's fine, you're calling a foul, but please show me so I know moving forward. And again, how many camera angles do they have on that table? Really nice.
Yeah, that was not as easy as it looked. That's why it didn't go in clean. That was super thin.
And played it with outside rather than just naturally chopping.
Marcel's coming back over.
Don't see him at the moment.
Ajmanas, in the end, flawless performance. 10-4 over Gallito. The youngster, the MVP, Starboy, is through to the quarterfinals a little later on.
Okay, it looks like, again, this match is over, but they're getting an explanation and a replay.
Wow, would you just look at this? It's been called a foul. The miscue from Gonzalez. It's a bit like golf, isn't it, Jeremy? Obviously, you play a lot of golf. Sometimes yeah, it's a funny one when you miscue. Often, it's a bit like golf, isn't it, Jeremy? Obviously, you play a lot of golf. Sometimes when you do that chip shot, don't you? And the club keeps going through and flicks the ball again.
Yeah, that has been changed to no foul actually in golf.
I thought I read that actually. Quite recent, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was more about Gonzalez's cue action, to where his cue came up quite a bit after that miscue, almost like a real big drop of the back elbow. And I think that's where the main concern has come in. Probably has already hit social media if you want to check it out.